Who cares about that? Alright, so we got Vader here. We're gonna bind him with control 1, bind his stormtroopers control 2, control 3 here. Alrighty, cool. Let's go ahead and move our troops out. We're gonna put these guys actually up front. You'll notice that the stormtroopers have an ability as Vader does as well. You see here, here, and here. Stormtroopers' ability, just like the rebels, is take cover. So you take here. They also move, I believe it's like 100% slower or something. But essentially they take less damage and can fire better. You see, we seem to be wasting these guys just fine. Got our walkers moving in. We're going to scout with Vader basically because he tends to be a little bit easier to scout with. And now is not the time to be calling me Barnes. Alrighty, so you see we've got this guy here, and as you can see he's strong against the Maulers. That's an SPMA, which is an artillery for the Empire, and against turrets. So these guys here would be pretty good against, which should be pretty good against them in numbers. What we're going to do is, because as you see here, they're obviously a little bit weak against that. We're going to pair them with this. And ideally we'll just do this and use the Force Crush. Now we move forward, and I know that there is going to probably be a build pad up here somewhere. So I'm going to go ahead and move my walkers up a little bit more. Alright, let's push them away. There we go, moving on. We got our walkers going. Now we're going to go ahead and take these guys out of cover. You see, they're just wasting that right now. It's ideal that you do well in this mission, so that way you don't have to build a whole bunch of guys to replace them for the next one. As you see, we're going to go ahead and we seem to be doing okay on our health there and there. Use a little bit there. Vader seems to be okay, so we're going to go ahead and build a repair station. I'm going to go ahead and move my scout troopers and Vader out because I'm going to wait for these guys to repair. You can see right there that there's a T2B, the tank, and I also have a tank. So I also have an anti-infantry turret. They're obviously not going to follow me out. Well, the tank might come. Here it comes. Go ahead and crush him. There we go. We need to put our stormtroopers back in cover again and move forward. Alrighty, these guys have all now healed up. Let's go ahead and move these guys out. Now, while Vader is pretty tough, he's not invincible. This anti-infantry turret will, if somebody was a human was controlling that, would have chewed him up pretty good. As you can see there, though, we've got him more than covered right now. We're going to go ahead and hit this thing with everything we got. Oh yeah, it'd be handy to take these guys out of cover again. I'm going to go ahead and build a back to tank now. You can see each one of these has cost me money over here. This is your credits, this is your population. Now whenever you're doing a mission for the Empire, any kind of land attack, your unit capacity will never go above 10. You're not allowed to have any more than 10 units on the plane at one time. Fortunately, in land combat, that's not really an issue because each unit here counts exactly, well, each group of units counts for one population point. Just keep on moving forward. Let's go ahead and bring our stormtroopers up as well. Right, now what you don't want to do is you... Alrighty, so the thing about the shield, which I will show you probably in one clip or another, is that you can actually push through this with your units. However, until they get through into the other side, all their shots will bounce off of it, as you're seeing there. And they can, however, shoot right out and nail your troopers and anything else. So it's better to just go ahead and move on in this case, because we don't have any AT-ATs or anything that can take a lot of hits. As you can see, they're going to chew these things up, so we need to keep moving forward. We need to put our stormtroopers back in cover, because you can see they're getting chewed up real good here. Oh, we just lost 2 walkers. That's okay, though. Okay, we're going to bring our stormtroopers back out of cover. We'll keep moving forward. Notice I haven't even touched the barrage area yet because it hasn't come in handy. Most reinforcement points are not going to give you 10 supply or population. In this case, they're just being really generous. As you can see now, we have 5 of 10. Because there was no reinforcement point back here, which is not normally the case. Okay, now we need to split our forces, so we're going to target these over here, and we're going to use Vader's ability on the other one. Then we'll just wipe out that one right there. See, they're surrounding him, so we're going to go ahead and push those guys away. And now we're going to build another repair station here. In Galactic Conquest, you would probably want to leave some of this behind, because at least on some of your outer planets, but in this case we're going to go ahead and sell them back so we can keep a little bit of money in our pockets. I'm going to go ahead and move these guys forward. You see, we picked up 2 more stormtroopers from the landing, and apparently seem to be hurting on one of them. Okay, let's bind this to Group 4 with hitting Control 4. Alrighty, moving these guys forward. Now, we know that there is some anti-infantry turrets here. We're probably going to use the walkers on this one and use Vader on this one. You see that we have a swarm of troops over here, and these guys are all going to converge. So what's going to happen, what I'm going to plan on doing, is I'm going to take these guys over here, and I'm going to move them forward, and that's good enough. And I'm going to use their special ability, the barrage area. This really was an example to show that you can run troops over with maulers, I think, is what the game intended, but this is going to work better, I think. We'll find out. Alright, we're bringing these guys up. Now we're going to go into cover because they're getting close to that turret. As you see? We need to bring these guys up because we're obviously losing troops way too fast. Alrighty, here comes our opportunity now to barrage the area. And there they go. They're going to just wail on it. Yeah, I misplaced that. I should have placed that over there, but yeah, what can you do? Okay, now the best way for me to deal with this right now... Ooh, whoops. I apparently didn't waste that guy completely. Alright, force push, and we're going to just waste those guys there. You see, that's all taken care of now. We're going to go ahead and put an infantry turret here because it's going to give us a little extra firepower and end this quicker. Alrighty, let's waste this place. As you can see, this particular ability for barrage area is probably not the best choice for taking out buildings, but if you get a horde of infantry in one spot, it'll help. Now, just like any unit in this game, you can also select something on the build pads, and you can manually say, I want you to shoot here, and it'll do that. This is handy when you try to defend, say, your space station. You can also select your space station and say, I want to fire on this ship. As you see, we're going to go ahead and set all of our forces on this. Oh, darn, that was working earlier. Anyway, we're going to waste this guy as well. Alrighty. Now, just for the sake of the next mission, while we're doing this, I want you to notice that we have call for bombing run here. What this essentially is as long as you have, for the Empire, you have to have some way to deploy TIE bombers in orbit. In this case, this would require a ship of a capital ship like one of the frigates or something, or one of the destroyers in order to do that. We don't have one yet, but we will for the next mission, because we're going to bring them in. It's going to make it easier. Alrighty, Invader's now going to show that he's very displeased with this guy. Choked to death. Anyway, moving on. Who cares if we're victorious? Alrighty, I just hit the escape key anyway. We're just going to move right along. And that right there is mission 1. You see no losses, no enemy losses apparently. I guess that's a little broken. Alrighty, and now we'll start number 2.